Miss Universe Philippines 2023 is...
Mabuhay pageant fans, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you my thoughts of the 2023 Miss Universe Philippines pageant. The show started with dancers with dramatic fabric, and after the performance, the girls came out in different types of black outfits. I thought they were cool and different. I thought the contestant introduction was a little too long for my taste, considering we saw all 38 delegates do a runway show. This year's hosts was Zian Lim, Alden Richards, together with Tim Yap and Maureen Montag, along with Miss Universe 2019, Zozibini Tunzi. They did a great job hosting the competition and gave excitement to the show. After the introduction of hosts, they announced the top 18 for the pageant, which I did not know they would do an 18 instead of 16 or 15. As far as my predictions, I predicted 13 out of 16 delegates. Those that were not in my predictions were Sosogon, Mandaluyong, Bacolod, Maranduque, and Isabela. The first segment of competition was Swimsuit. Agusan del Norte started out the show with a great fierce walk. However, she did stumble with her cape, but was able to clean up her performance and give a fierce opening swimsuit. Next up was my sentimental favorite, Miss Bohol. Pauline definitely gave a great fight during this year's competition. She was very polished and poised and had fun on stage. Pampanga was giving me good energy during swimsuit. I definitely preferred her hair straight and down compared to prelims. She definitely gave confidence during swimsuit. Next up was Miss Eastern Samar. She actually had a nice performance, however, considering the first three contestants were extra fierce, they kind of outshined her during the swimsuit competition. Makati was next and gave a sultry walk and performance. I'm personally not too fond of her extensions. I do enjoy her short bob hair. She was giving confidence and definitely showed the crowd why she deserved a second chance in Miss Universe Philippines. Paranaque was having fun on stage. I really enjoy her performance. Her hair definitely gave her a unique way to stand out during the competition, and I applaud her for representing all the mothers of the Philippines. Next up was Miss Tiaong Quezon. I'm glad that she was able to clean up her performance compared to her preliminary competition. I was hoping for a different hairstyle, however, she did work it well. Sorsogon was giving me early 2000s vibe Binibining walk. She looked very angelic on stage and kind of looked more of a teen contestant instead of a miss. Mandaluyong had a commanding presence. I honestly felt that she kind of resembled Samantha Bernardo. I'm crossing fingers she joins another pageant in the future. Miss Bacolod was next, and she was another candidate that tripped on stage. I felt that her extensions kind of overpowered her beauty, but she definitely was a pleasant surprise in this year's top 18. Up next was Cebu Province, and I felt that she was one of the best entering swimsuit competition. I was definitely feeling Miss Grand International vibes during her walk. Maranduque was giving me Venus Raw vibes. Her skin was glowing on stage and she was definitely a crowd pleaser. Zambales was definitely giving the crowd what they wanted. She was giving Latina beauty swimsuit vibes, and she also resembled Kazini Ganado's Miss Universe 2019. As always, Cavite gave a stellar performance. However, considering that she is a pageant veteran, I felt that this performance was not necessarily her best. Davo Oriental was walking through her own beat, and I must say that the crowd was going wild as she did her walk. She has a commanding presence, and I'm hoping that this is not the end for her pageant journey. Up next was Miss Baguio, the queen of Pasarela. Baguio definitely gave it her all. She had no room for mistakes, and it clearly showed during her swimsuit segment. She was the winner of Best in Swimsuit, and with this walk, you clearly can't deny it. Isabella was another pleasant surprise. She was enjoying her moment on stage, and I enjoyed her sway. Last but not the least was Miss Bulacan. I felt that Bulacan was giving me Ravia Mateo vibes. She had a nice walk, and I loved her styling during swimsuit. Up next was the top 18 evening gown competition. Agusan del Norte changed her gown from prelims, and although she executed it well, I felt that her preliminary gown was much more striking. Next up was Miss Bohol. Bohol was giving me 2002 vibes with her white gown. She executed the gown with confidence and poise, and I felt that this was one of the best performances that Pauline has ever done in Miss Universe Philippines. Pampanga's gown was sexy and daring, and although I do like the gown, I actually enjoyed the black gown from the preliminaries. Eastern Samar changed her gown as well. I loved the colorful gown. However, I felt that the flowy fabric didn't quite match the rest of the gown, and I felt that the fit of the gown looked a little loose on stage. Miss Makati was up next, and she wore this black ensemble, and I have to admit that this was probably one of the best gowns that she's ever worn. She was the winner of Best in Long Gown this year and last year. And although other contestants had breathtaking gowns, there was no one that could top Makati's. Although Paranyaki's gown was nice, I felt that the gown was overpowering on her beauty, and I was hoping for something more fitted and daring. Tia Ong Quezon is up next, and she also changed her gown. Although the silver gown was striking on her, I actually preferred her yellow gown during the prelims. Sorsogon wore a stunning gown. Her gown seemed a little too long for her to move comfortably on stage. Bacolod's gown was impressive. I wished that she had a different hairstyle and preferably a lighter shade of lipstick. Up next was Miss Cebu Province. Her gown was perfection on her body. I loved the style of the gown. However, I would prefer a different hairstyle and maybe a change of heels. Marinduki came out in a gold gown, and I felt that it was a little bit on the simple side. I wished that she had her hair down and maybe a change of lipstick as well. Zambales was definitely the head turner of the competition. Although she didn't win Best in Long Gown, she wowed me, and I'm pretty sure she wowed the crowd during her performance in the evening gown competition. Her walk was perfection, her poses were on point, and her beauty was breathtaking. Cavite wore this lavender purplish gown, and although it was stunning on her, I felt that the gown was a little too long and it looked dragging on stage. Davao Oriental wore this nice blue and gold gown. I actually wished that the gown was all blue instead, and I think she should have went without the extensions during the evening gown. Baguio took my breath away with this silver gown. I think the design of this dress really shows off her figure. Her hair and makeup was on point, the jewelry was simple and elegant, and her dress looked like a lattice stone from the Marianas. Isabella chose a white, interesting gown. I felt that it was a little too much fabric for her. I actually liked her yellow gown during the prelims. Bulacan had a nice gown with a detachable train. I was hoping for a more dramatic reveal of the train. However, she was elegant on stage. And after the evening gown was the announcement of the top 5. The top 5 for this year was Makati, Zambales, Bohol, Pampanga, and Baguio. Each candidate was asked a question by a judge individually, and afterwards, they went into round 2 of the Q&A segment, the final question. The ladies all gave superb answers. However, I felt that the competition was between Bohol and Makati. Celeste looked regal during her farewell walk. Her speech was full of gratitude and growth, and I'm going to miss her as Miss Universe Philippines. Following Celeste's speech was the announcement of awards. Second runner-up went to Miss Pampanga. The first runner-up went to Miss Zambales. And following the announcement of the runner-ups was the crowning of the new Miss Universe Philippines. At this moment, it was really anyone's game, and it was also announced that the other 2 will be crowned after the pageant.
Miss Universe Philippines 2023 is Makati!
Michelle D of Makati is the new Miss Universe Philippines. And following the coronation was the crowning of the Miss Supranational and Miss Charm. Supranational went to Miss Bohol, while Miss Charm is Miss Baguio. I have no doubt that the 3 new beauty queens will represent the Philippines well in their international competitions. And being that Michelle is a former title holder who represented the Philippines in Miss World 2019, I have full confidence that she will take pride in the universe. I am excited to see her growth and preparation as she will represent her country in Miss Universe 2023 in El Salvador. And this concludes my final thoughts on Miss Universe 2023. Thank you so much for the love and support. Till my next video, stay safe and take care. And remember, hu guaizaho.